Hey there guys, what's up? Ragtter here, and I'm back with another guide. You liked the last one so much that I couldn't resist making another one. Here's a look at everyone's favorite ghost type, or at least one of mine, Aegislash. Aegislash is a very unique ghost type. It brings a lot of different elements to the table, and it's really the first of its kind we've ever seen. Let's take a look at what makes Aegislash pretty darn cool. So first of all, Aegislash is a ghost and steel type, and aside from its previous evolutions, no other Pokemon type has that. Now you might think a haunted sword is kind of lame, or you might think it's the coolest thing ever, but Aegislash has a lot of traits that make it a very special Pokemon. For one thing, it changes its form and its stats when it attacks. Aegislash starts in this base form, and then when it attacks it changes to blade form. It has very useful stab and defensive typing. That basically means that ghost and steel types are very good at attacking, but they also work well together to take attacks. There's a lot that can hurt Aegislash, but there's also a lot that can't hurt him. Aegislash has a wide move pool. Its number of attacks that it can run makes it a very unpredictable opponent. It can even run a couple support sets if you really want it to. And it also has a signature move. This attack is called King's Shield, and what this does is it will revert Aegislash from its blade form back into this base form, and its attacking stats will go back into its defensive stats. It's a very cool Pokemon all around. Taking a look at Aegislash's stats altogether, you see a very interesting lineup. So when you look at its base, it runs 60 HP, 50 attack, 150 defense, 50 special attack, 150 special defense, and 60 speed. However, when you use an attacking move, its defenses will swap, basically. That 150 defense becomes 50 in favor of 150 attack, and 150 special defense turns into 150 special attack. Aegislash always remains with a low 60 speed though. However, what this basically means is that Aegislash can run mixed, or a dedicated physical, or a dedicated special set very effectively, and with its very diverse and coverage-filled move pool, you can get away with that really easily. Now I'm going to talk to you about an Aegislash set that I like to run. Now, the nature that I put on my Aegislash is quiet. And why quiet, you might ask? Well, that boosts Aegislash's special attack while slowing down its speed. What that basically means is, if Aegislash goes against, for one, a Trick Room opponent, Aegislash is likely to be able to take more advantage of it, or you can run Trick Room on your team. And not only that, but this will mean Aegislash does not outspeed anything, so it will always take an attack while it's in its base form before switching to its blade form to fire off an attack. Without its shield by its side, Aegislash can't take a hit for anything, so you'll be wanting to stay on the defensive when you're not firing off ludicrously powerful attacks. In order to boost its offensive prowess, you'll be putting 252 of its EVs into special attack, and to give it a bit of bulk, because speed isn't really necessary, 252 HP is the stat to go to. The last 4 EVs can be put into either special defense or attack, depending on if you're running a mixed set or not. The attacks that I like to use are not mixed, so I tend to put on the 4 special defense, but those moves are Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon, King's Shield, and Wide Guard. Now, King's Shield is mandatory on Aegislash. That's the move that lets it switch between its 2 forms. Without it, your Aegislash is going to very quickly become a very fragile, slow, sitting duck. The 2 attacking moves are obvious. The Steel-type Flash Cannon and the Ghost-type Shadow Ball, each taking advantage of Aegislash's powerful stab. And Wide Guard lets it offer a lot of utility to its team. Aegislash, and many teammates that are actually good with it, are very weak to spread moves, like Heat Wave, Rock Slide, though Aegislash isn't weak to Rock Slide, and Earthquake. These moves are devastating, and Wide Guard will directly block them. Keep that in mind when you are building your team. And for the item I run on this set, though Aegislash does have a number of options, I like the weakness policy. While he's got his shield up, Aegislash can take pretty much any attack and fire back. So weakness policy will then double his special attack and double his attack stat. So really whatever set you end up running, Aegislash will be able to take a hit and then fire off with utter devastation. Aegislash's stats are very high and weakness policy only makes them higher. So I mentioned before good teammates that work alongside Aegislash, and here we'll talk about some now. The first is Talonflame. Talonflame hates Rock Slide and really appreciates the wide guard that Aegislash brings to the table. Talonflame is a devastating offensive Pokemon. It brings fire and flying stab to the table, along with flying priority and monstrously strong fire-type attacks. Bisharp is another Pokemon to consider. Its offensive prowess is just as strong as Talonflame's, but it doesn't like ground-type moves, which can be blocked with Wide Guard. Bisharp's ability to remove items and put tons of pressure on the opponent with its Sucker Punch make it a valuable teammate to have. Heatran is in a similar vein. This special-based fire-type Pokemon absolutely despises ground types due to its secondary steel typing. Wide Guard will help protect Heatran and let it fire off as many powerful stab moves as it can, and maybe even set up a substitute or two. Aromatisse is a strong teammate because of its ability to set up Trick Room. This will let Aegislash move first instead of last, but you do have to be careful and adjust your playstyle in order to keep your Aegislash from getting KO'd. Aromatisse, as a fairy, also protects Aegislash from the dark types that normally threaten it. Raichu is a notable Pokemon because of its ability to harass Pokemon that oppose Aegislash. With Fake Out and Encore, along with a strong electric-type stab, Raichu is hard to stop once it gets started. It can really mess up your team, and again, like before, does not like the Earthquake that Aegislash can protect it from. And last but not least is Milotic. The presence of an Aegislash will very likely draw out at least one Intimidate user, and you can use that to take advantage of Milotic's competitive ability, so that when its stats get lowered, it will gain a special attack boost. Milotic and Aegislash work well together, with Milotic taking on the fire types that threaten Aegislash, and Aegislash barreling through and securing kills for Milotic. All in all, Aegislash is a very powerful Pokemon, and one you can probably expect to see on a lot of teams. You should be prepared for its presence and ready to handle it, and if you're using it on your team, you'll have to play a bit more carefully than you're probably used to. Aegislash takes a lot of technical play to get right, but when you do nail the combos, it is a powerful Pokemon that you want by your side. Alright guys, that has been this VGC guide to Pokemon battling. I hope you have enjoyed it, I hope you learned something, and I hope your double battles go just a bit better because of your knowledge of Aegislash. Until next time, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.